Surah Al-Ahqaf, also known as the Wind-Curved Sandhills, in English, is the 46th chapter of the Qur'an. This surah addresses various themes, including the stories of past nations, the consequences of disbelief, the concept of resurrection, the role of messengers, and the importance of reflection on the signs of Allah. Here is a brief Tafseer, interpretation, of some key themes and verses in Surah Al-Ahqaf. 1. The stories of past nations. Surah Al-Ahqaf narrates the stories of past nations, including the people of Ad and others. It highlights their rejection of their messengers and the consequences they faced for their disbelief. 2. The consequences of disbelief. The surah warns about the consequences of disbelief and disobedience to Allah. It mentions the outcomes of those who reject the guidance of God, including their ultimate punishment and accountability on the Day of Judgment. 3. The concept of resurrection. Surah Al-Ahqaf addresses the concept of resurrection and the Day of Judgment. It emphasizes that Allah has the power to resurrect the dead and hold them accountable for their deeds on that day. 4. The role of messengers. The surah underscores the role of messengers, prophets, who were sent by Allah to convey His guidance to humanity. It emphasizes that the purpose of sending messengers is to provide clear guidance and a warning to those who reject it. 5. The lessons from the signs of Allah. Surah Al-Ahqaf encourages people to reflect on the signs of Allah in the natural world and in the universe. It emphasizes the wisdom and purpose behind Allah's creation as evidence of His existence and power. 6. The mercy and forgiveness of Allah. The surah mentions Allah's mercy and willingness to forgive those who turn to Him in repentance. It encourages believers to seek Allah's forgiveness and to trust in His guidance. 7. The call to worship Allah alone. Surah Al-Ahqaf repeatedly calls upon individuals to worship Allah alone and not to associate partners with Him. It emphasizes the importance of pure monotheism, Tawheed. In summary, Surah Al-Ahqaf contains themes related to the stories of past nations, the consequences of disbelief, the concept of resurrection, the role of messengers, the lessons from the signs of Allah, the mercy and forgiveness of Allah, and the call to worship Allah alone. It serves as a reminder of the importance of faith, reflection on the signs of Allah, and the consequences of rejecting His guidance.